Good evening, friends. Thank you for joining Candid Meena every evening to follow what's happening in India and abroad. And thank you for sending me your useful comments and suggestions. If you believe in this channel, do hit the like button, share it with friends, and spread the message. Our only mission is to bring you the truth and both sides of the story. Thank you for your support. So, moving on to the news, friends. The first bit of news is about Salman Khan. Looking at the way Salman Khan is changing girlfriends, it seems faster than changing of his shirts. So what is he trying to prove now that all his movies have become flops? Well, the latest news is that his girlfriend is now an American actress called Samantha Lockwood of Shoot the Hero, and yeah, of Shoot the Hero, and this lady is the daughter of veteran icon Gary Lockwood and businesswoman Dennis Dubin. So this lady can be seen with many people. As I just show you the pictures, this is the actress, and she's in her 40s. Yeah. So she was seen recently at the birthday party, at Salman's farmhouse. So, who is this woman that Salman is rumored to be courting? Well, she became a certified Bikram yoga teacher at the age of 70. An advanced yogini, she has traveled around the world teaching Bikram yoga in cities such as Tokyo, Vienna, Istanbul, Milan, London, Marrakesh, and so on. She owns a Bikram Vora yoga co in Hawaii. So she's currently stationed in Mumbai. Her Instagram has photos of her with Manish Malhotra and Falguni and Shane Peacock. She also has a few photos on her Instagram handle with actor Hrithik Roshan. Besides this, when asked what is a Hollywood star doing in Mumbai, Samantha, in a recent interview with the media, said she had kept her eyes on Bollywood projects. There are a lot of remakes and franchises in Hollywood now. The show makers are basically remixing them. They take the title, take a new cast, or the same. What's the difference? In crime shows, there's a victim, they solve the crime. Same formula is coming up with enough original content these days, she told the portal. So far, everybody is happy to hear that I'm keen. For them, they like to know they have access to a person like me, casting me for some show or series. They're happy that they know I'm around, taking interest in spending time there. The trip was all about making connections, she said. Her recent photos with Salman Khan showing her celebrating his birthday at his Panvel farmhouse was what set the rumors, in Bollywood. So she said about the rumors that I think people talk a lot. I think people can say a lot about nothing. I met Salman and he's a very nice guy. That's all there is to say about that. So I don't know where people get that idea from because I mean, I met him, I met Hrithik. Nobody says anything about me and Hrithik. So I don't know where this news comes from, but obviously it gets spun out of proportion. Well, to tell you the truth, anyone who wants to hit it big in Bollywood needs to go via the Salman Khan route for sure. And since she's in her ripe 40s, don't know whether she will last as long as Katrina Kaif did or whether she'll fizzle out. If you look at Katrina also, she has ended up with only a few of the Tiger series. No other movies are in her pocket. So meanwhile, moving on to another piece of news. Now, the ace manipulator Sonu Sood is launching his sister Malvika Sood into politics. She has now joined Congress. As you see in the image, she's seen with Channi and Sidhu. A very manipulative person. That's how Sonu Sood has been described by many on social media. Now, this girl, Malvika Sood, who is one of the core members of Sonu Sood's NGO, the Sood Foundation, has worked in the social sector before entering politics. Bollywood actor Sonu Sood's sister has now joined Congress on January 10th. Punjab Chief Minister Charanjit Singh Channi and Navjot Singh Sidhu welcomed her in the party. Malvika is one of the core members of his Sonu Sood's NGO, the Sood Foundation, has worked in the social sector before entering politics. Her husband Gautam Sacha also joined Sonu's team, Ghar Bejo, that worked during the lockdown and arranged modes of commutation for stranded migrant workers. Malvika, who was praised for her work with medical and municipal authorities, was a frontline worker during the COVID 19 pandemic in Moga, Ludhiana. She and her husband run an English coaching center in Moga. She says, being in the line of teaching, I can work endlessly to uplift the weaker and poorer sections of society. I'm also running a school where I educate the children who are in great need, as it is their right to have an access to education. I'm awarded Society Excellent Award in 2018 as a philanthropist. It further reads as, to me, excellence is the gradual result of always striving to do better. So I believe in simple living and high thinking. I always endeavor to do my best in any task or work, especially for the betterment of society. I take it as an opportunity to give the true meaning to my existence. No matter how long it will take, but I swear I'll always try to be better and better with each passing day. She also said all of our humanity is dependent upon recognizing the humanity in others. According to me, most of the people only see the end result of excellence and success. But the reality isn't that. There is a lot of genuine hard work behind it. Never give up. It doesn't matter from where you are, what you do, or who you are. Anyone can succeed in life, achieving all the dreams with hard work and positive mindset. Well, if this girl is anything like her brother, we know which way she will go. And Congress is not exactly a charity bandwagon that's going to do good for humanity, as it has proved in its record. Meanwhile, a lot of people are succumbing to COVID. Lata Mangeshkar was admitted to the ICU after she tested positive for COVID 19. In the past few weeks, many Bollywood and TV celebrities have been tested positive for COVID 19. And now Lata Mangeshkar has also tested positive. She had mild symptoms, but then she was later admitted to ICU. Her niece Rachna told the media she's doing fine and she's been kept in the ICU only for precautionary reasons, considering her age. Please respect our privacy and keep Didi in your dreams. And the next person, also who's now joined the group, is Hrithik Roshan's ex-wife Suzanne Khan, who tested positive for Omicron. And her, in her Instagram, alleged her boyfriend Arslan Goni sent her some hearts. Suzanne took to Instagram to inform everyone that she's been tested positive for COVID 19 variant Omicron. A lot of the people in Bollywood have commented on her post. Many, like John Abraham, Ekta Kapoor, Arjun Kapoor, Janvi, and others would have tested positive for COVID 19 in the past few days. A few hours ago, it was reported that Lata Mangeshkar was also admitted to the ICU in Breach Candy Hospital. Now, Susan has revealed that she's tested positive. She took to Instagram to inform everybody. After dodging COVID 19 for 2 years, in the third year of 2022, the stubborn Omicron variant has finally infiltrated my immune system. I tested positive last night. Please be safe and take care of yourself diligently. It's a very contagious one. Well, yesterday it was Hrithik's birthday, and Susan had wished him on Instagram. She shared a video and captioned it as Happy, happy birthday, Rai. You're an amazing dad. Ray and Rids are so lucky to have you as theirs. May all your dreams and wishes come true today and always a big hug. Hrithik had commented on the post, too sweet. Thanks, Suzanne. Here again, what we see, friends, is that there's so much of hypocrisy in Bollywood. What they mean and what they say are totally different. Moving on to the next piece of news, it's about Jacqueline Fernandez. Now, Jacqueline Fernandez has been brutally trolled for a throwback video. Netizens say even her bodyguard looks better than Sukesh Chandrasekhar. Now, an old video of Jacqueline is going viral on social media, and netizens are trolling her massively. The actress is getting targeted for her alleged relationship with the con man. Jacqueline has grabbed everybody's attention as her name appeared in a rupees 2,000 crores money laundering case, which has also shown her involvement with the con man Sukesh Chandrasekhar. Moreover, a few days back, A picture of Jacqueline flaunting her love bite went viral on social media. She had urged media and PAPs to not circulate the picture. Now, an old video of Jacqueline is going viral on social media, and netizens are trolling her. The actress is getting targeted for her alleged relationship with the con man. In the old video, Jacqueline was seen wearing a pretty red satin dress and completed her look with wavy curls and on point makeup. As the video went viral on social media and netizens started trolling her over the ongoing Sukesh Chandrasekhar controversy, a user commented on the video and said, even her bodyguard looks better than Sukesh. While the other said, con man Sukesh aisa hi fida nahi hai Jackie pe. Another user wrote, Sukesh kidhar hai bhai? Nahi dikh raha. Suku suku tera, wrote another user. Meanwhile, Jacqueline shared a long note on her Instagram account and requested the media and her fans to not circulate her intimate pictures with Sukesh. She wrote, this country and its people have always given me tremendous love and respect. This includes my friends from the media, from whom I've learned a lot. I'm currently going through a rough patch, but I'm sure that my friends and fans will see me through it. It is with this trust that I would request my media friends to not circulate images of a nature that intrude my privacy and personal space. You would not do this to your own loved ones. I'm sure you would not do this to me either. Hoping that justice and good sense prevails. Thank you. On a personal note, Chandrasekhar had claimed that he was in a relationship with the actress. Now, here you'll notice, friends, that the way she speaks, it's very similar to how Shilpa Shetty used to speak when her husband, was being exposed in the porn racket, the porn video racket. It's all the same. Whenever it suits them, they want publicity, and when it does not suit them, they want complete privacy. Moving on to the next case, we're talking about Colonel Purohit. Anti-national opportunists hijacking trial, said the Lieutenant Colonel Prasad Purohit, and he seeks an in-camera hearing. This is the second application filed in the 2008 blast case for an in-camera hearing of the trial, after the first one was rejected by the NIA court. Lieutenant Colonel Prasad Purohit, accused in the Malegaon blast case of 2008, has filed an application before the special court under the NIA Act, seeking the proceedings of the trial against him to be conducted strictly in camera with immediate effect. He has alleged that anti-national opportunists are seeking to hijack the trial, thereby affecting his right to have a fair trial. In the interest of justice and for conducting a fair trial, the case should remain confined to the courtroom and not be hijacked by opinion makers and anti-national opportunists, he contended. As opposed to open court hearing, an in-camera hearing is one in which only the judges, the court staff, the parties, and the advocates would be permitted inside the courtroom. Thus, public and media persons will not be allowed accused to the proceedings, and media will also be barred from reporting on the proceedings till the final verdict of the trial is pronounced. In his application, Purohit relied upon an order passed by the special NIA court in 2019, wherein certain restrictions had been imposed on journalists for reporting the case. However, despite the orders of the court, almost all leading mainstream electronic media channels and agencies have involved themselves into conducting of debates and discussions about the ongoing case in different contravention to the existing orders. He submitted that such reportage, which generated opinion on the trial, amounted to contempt of court. He therefore prayed that the permission be given to the journalists in the restricted form be withdrawn completely and no presence of media be allowed in the courtroom during the proceedings. Through another application, he also prayed that all the reporters and editors of electronic, print, social media be summoned and warned not to conduct debates and or discussions. This is a second application seeking in-camera hearing in the Malegaon case. The first application was filed by NIA in 2019, stating that the trial will have a direct bearing on the communal harmony, national security, and public order, and hence should be barred. While hearing the application of NIA, 11 journalists from print and electronic media had intervened to oppose the application. While rejecting NIA's application, the court had passed certain strictures for the media personnel to adhere to. The order passed in that application is that Purohit has referred to in his present application. Some of the strictures were that journalists shall not use electronic devices inside the courtroom. Reporting would be as per factual position, without disclosing name and address of witness, nor adding personal or editorial notes in the publication. Journalists shall not conduct debate, interview, or discussion of any kind on the case, nor print something of that nature. Interestingly, the trial has been making headlines for the past few weeks, as 16 witnesses have turned hostile in the case out of the 222 witnesses who have been produced before the NIA court. Now, here, friends, you will know that Purohit was wrongly accused in this case by the Congress government at that time, who termed it Hindu saffron terror. It was done very connivingly, exactly in the same manner when recently we knew that our Prime Minister was caught, on the overhead bridge. This was also a strategy of the Congress, a very devious strategy. And I pray for Purohit to be freed. The amount of agony his wife, his family, and he has undergone, Sadhvi Pragya has undergone, Aseem Anand has undergone, all because of the Congress government. And the person who took who was in the forefront of these accusations was none other than the corrupt Chidambaram. Okay, moving on to the next piece of news. In Tamil Nadu, the DMK government demolishes the Anjaneya temple, citing it was illegally constructed. 20 protesters were detained. It is worth noting that the temple of Sri Rama, the Sri Narasimha Anjaneya Swami, had been built in the area located near Mudichur for the past 25 years and was constructed on 55 cents of land. On Monday, the Tamil Nadu government demolished Sri Narasimha Anjaneya Swami temple in Chennai, citing the reason for illegal temple construction by encroaching the Ariyar riverbed. In Varadarajapuram, the revenue officials, along with the police force, headed by the Tambaram assistant commissioner, visited the spot and started to demolish the temple. This is after the authorities had sent 3 encroachment notices to the temple trust. The enraged Hindu devotees had also staged protests and objected to the demolition of the temple. According to the reports, around 20 people who have protested and argued with the police were arrested and are detained at a nearby community hall. It is worth noting that the temple of Sri Rama, the Sri Narasimha Anjaneya Swami, had been built in the area located near Mudichur in the past 25 years and was constructed on 55 cents of land. A few years ago, the revenue officials found that the temple was constructed on the encroached water body and issued notices to the temple representatives. The idols of the temple in Tambaram were handed over to the trustees during the demolition. The matter cropping up when the videos of the destruction went viral over the internet, distressing the Hindu community. Many of the enraged Hindu netizens have raised questions against the ruling DMK government. How did an ancient temple encroach? Asked one of the users holding responsible the MK Stalin government for hurting the sentiments of the Hindu people. Another concerned user, meanwhile, happened to share the disturbing video and asked how long were Hindus supposed to witness such acts in Tamil Nadu. One of them even shared the temple demolition statistics in Tamil Nadu and said there was no hope left for Hindus in the state under DMK regime. Temples built on the bank cannot be claimed as encroachment, said the Kanchipuram Mutt. It is reported that though the temple has been there for 25 years, it has been pulled down in 2015 and was rebuilt again in the same place. Kanchipuram collector M. Arati said that encroachments on water bodies in Varadarajapuram, Aipantangal, Mangadu, Kolapakam, and Garungambakam has been identified by a joint committee comprising officials from the Public Works Department and the Revenue Department. We are first removing commercial structures and places of worship. Time is being provided to those who have constructed houses. Some kind of rehabilitation is being planned for those who are poor. Now, here, friends, what you'll understand is that there are the cases in the temple demolition by the present government in Tamil Nadu is increasing, and it seems that Stalin is working with some sort of a vengeance, on Hindus, and it's appalling that how they can do this. See, even if you want to, if it's on a water bed, what they need to do is there are many modern methods where you can actually lift the temple as it is, and place it in a place that's appropriate, in a land that's appropriate. These things can be easily done. I don't understand what is Stalin's problem, unless they want to make Hindus angry and sort of agitate against this. And in a land that is where you have a majority of Hindus, how can this sort of chief minister work in this manner? It's terrible. Meanwhile, in Karnataka, meanwhile in Karnataka, 41 Congress netas were booked after thousands attended the Padayatra without COVID compliance. This is the second FIR in 2 days against Congress leader D.V. Shivakumar, who launched a massive foot march in Karnataka despite weekend curfew in the state. Nearly 41 Karnataka Congress leaders, including state party president D.K. Shivkumar and his brother D.K. Sudesh, were slapped with FIRs of flouting COVID-19 guidelines during the ongoing Meghadattu Padayatra on Tuesday. This is the second FIR filed in 2 days against him, who has been conducting a massive foot march in demanding the construction of a reservoir across Kaveri despite a weekend curfew in the state. There were also a lot of videos which showed D.K. Shivkumar in a drunken state, hardly able to walk, and being supported by his team. The senior Congress leader has been in the eye of the storm after he refused to undergo an RT-PCR test despite reportedly showing coronavirus symptoms. He was also seen risking the lives of children who were packaged together without masks at a program with him. The 10-day-long march titled Namma Neeru, Namma Hakku, or Our Water, Our Right, was led by D.K. Shivkumar along with the leader of the opposition, Siddaramaiah. Shivkumar continued the Padayatra on Tuesday, joined by thousands of workers who marched without masks to the sound of drums in Satnur. Leader of the opposition, Siddaramaiah, who has been unwell over the past few days, also joined the Padayatra today. The FIR has been registered at the Satnur police station based on the complaint of the Tehsildar against the Congress leaders for flouting COVID-19 norms amid a surge in infections. Why is the Congress protesting in Karnataka? What is Meghadattu Padayatra? The Sonia Gandhi-led government is demanding the immediate implementation of the Meghadattu project, which entails the construction of a reservoir on the Kaveri River, thereby augmenting water supply to Bangalore, urban and surrounding districts. The Padayatra, which was flagged off from Sangam in Ramanagara district, will cover 60 assembly constituencies and shall culminate at a massive rally in Bangalore on January 19th. Now here, see, what you will notice, friends, is that the kind of people Congress has is absolutely, strange, because earlier, you remember, we were talking about Rajiv Shukla, who was involved in the alleged gang rape and sodomy case of, Mrs. Bhatti, the wife of one of the dons, in a hotel in Trident, where he and two other, cricketers gang raped this woman. And he's also very famous for other such activities. Now, this is the second, character. There are many characters like this in Congress. I was shocked to see the video where Shiv Kumar can hardly stand, and he's leading this Padayatra absolutely drunk. I don't know what sort of characters these Congress, shield. Not that Rahul Gandhi has a, very good reputation himself, or Sonia Gandhi for that matter. Moving on to the next piece of news. Param Bir Singh's bid to move Supreme Court to halt the department probes fail. CBI states cover up fear. In a setback to the ex-Mumbai Police Commissioner Param Bir Singh on Tuesday, the Supreme Court refuses to put an end to the departmental inquiries against him. And this has become a setback for him. The Supreme Court refused to put an end to the departmental inquiries against him. An SC bench comprising Justices Sanjay Kisan Kaul and M.M. Sudresh was hearing Param Bir's appeal against the Bombay High Court's order dated September 16th, dismissing his plea against the two preliminary inquiries initiated by the Maharashtra government, besides seeking the transfer of cases filed against him to the CBI. Appearing for the Uddhav Thackeray-led government, Senior advocate Darius Kambata opposed the CBI probe. Thereafter, the bench stated that it is a very disturbing scenario where a former top cop is having no faith in its own police force, observing the head of the police doesn't have trust in the police. We are not going to preempt. Thereafter, Mehta intervened. If they have taken any steps, it will block my investigation. Whatever the state or any department does should be subject to the order of the court. Refusing to consent to this at the current stage, the Supreme Court extended Singh's interim protection from arrest and adjourned the matter to 3 weeks later. Moving on to another piece of news, a Twitter user says that the NCP leader is stalking and harassing her for years, and she shares screenshots of conversation in support. In a series of tweets, the social media user shared screenshots of messages she's been receiving from a man identified as Uday Sonawani, who incidentally is also a member of the National Congress Party, which comes under Sharad Pawar. On Tuesday, January 11th, a Twitter user going by the title handle Boss Baby or Penguin Howler shared how she's been subjected to online harassment for a year. In a series of tweets, the social media users shared screenshots of messages she's received from a man identified as Uday Sonawani, who incidentally is also a leader of the NCP. She narrates how this man, who she said is married and has a child, has been stalking her since the first year of law school. She's 35 years old. This dude has been stalking me since the first year of law school. I'm 35 years old now. He has a wife and a kid and is a member of a political party. I'm worried for my safety as he is clearly unhinged. But I'm done ignoring this, wrote Boss Baby, sharing screenshots of the several messages she has received from Uday on Twitter since October 2020. As seen on the image shared by the victim, Uday, who identifies himself as an advocate and National General Secretary, NCP, Panchayat Raj and Local Bodies Department, on his Twitter bio says, has sent a message like, my heart still beats for you. I cannot die for you. Please talk to me. Please don't block me again, etc. To the victim over a period of almost last 1.5 years, until the lady disabled the feature of sending receiving direct messages on her Twitter profile. In the subsequent tweet, Boss Baby wrote how that the NCP leader has been continuously pursuing her from alternate accounts, like her college alumni group. When I block him, I get a message from somewhere else, wrote the victim, adding that she's in a good mind to approach his family and inform them of what he's up to. The Twitter user, visibly irked by the constant harassment, said that there was no room for any sort of negotiation. If you don't learn, you will be taught, tweeted the lady. Social media, which has over the years developed into a ubiquitous form of communication, has recently been evoking into a powerful tool for harassment and doxing for women from all walks of life who are regularly subjected to sexist attacks on various social media platforms. Recently, India's ace badminton player was harassed and subjected to sexual innuendos by a well known actor, Siddharth, for merely expressing her support for Prime Minister over the security breach in Punjab. Yeah. So now, friends, yeah, I'll just leave the line open for you. So, and then I'll take some of your comments. I'm posting the link in case you'd like to join me, please do. Karthik says, Chitra, we cannot afford Congress winning any election again in our country anymore. Don't react to the troll. If this country has to remain a democracy, BJP should only be in power. Yes. And in fact, I'll be specific there also. It's mainly people like Narendra Modi. So let me just first remove the troll. Yeah. Yeah. 1 second. Welcome, Mariam. Hi, Gloria. Good evening, Laila. Welcome, Shobha. It's always nice to see you, friends. Welcome, Savitri. Welcome, Bhadan. Always nice to see you sharing. Welcome, Bhadan. Thank you, Shobha, always for your support. And thank you, friends, always for being with me and posting your valuable comments. Good evening, Bhadan. Nikki, good morning. Yes, for your side, it's good morning. Welcome, Nikki. Welcome, Karthik. Welcome, Nisha. Yes, Salman seems to be changing girlfriends faster than his shirts. Yes, for how many days? That's the actual question. People just write on him so that they get some fame and then they move on. What she found in this being inhumane. Yes. Shobha, lots of money and things of her interest. Yeah, just like what Jacqueline and Nora Fatehi are getting. I guess these people are from the same group, Illuminati, yes. Barhan, not his girlfriend. Yeah, obviously, these are all, what do you call fun. Okay. Badhan, he's gay. Shobha. A very good evening, Rochelle. Welcome. She says he's a nice guy. We all know what is behind all this. Welcome, Renu. Thank you, Mickey. After her joining Congress in Punjab, there has been a massive exodus of party workers to BJP. The kind of here, Karthik, what I like to mention is that, see, the amount of, the way Sonu Sood tried to play with the emotions of the people and cheated them, while making money at his end, was clearly revealed to everyone. Yes, sharing says, yeah, NGO. It's a big question. Which person in their right mind would join Congress in this day and time? Jayanti, absolutely. The sister sounds too flowery. Yeah. Karthik. Samantha doesn't even have a Wikipedia page. Just shows that she's a non-entity, even in Hollywood. Probably she's a C-grade actress there. At least her father is a legendary actor. Jayanti. How do they know it's Omicron specifically? Yeah, that's also interesting. Welcome, Gurbinder. But the bodyguard does not have money. Yes, exactly. If the bodyguard had money, they would also, kiss them. Shocked to see Kiran Kher hosting the show India's Got Talent in Sony along with Mrs. Kundra. I had so much respect for her. Yes. How things change, Karthik. This case is over. Okay. So that's the troll. I thought we had removed him. Yes. Suzanne looks so artificial. Absolutely. Welcome, Nitin. Sharing. None are trustworthy or deserve our respect at all, Karthik. Yes. Justice for our beloved Sushant. Who is this guy? How do you know Ria is innocent? Gloria. No, look at the name. It's already dirt. Yes. If you touch Priya, then they will touch. They will start bad mouthing Modi. That's how they are. Let me just look at some of your comments. Yeah. Sorry, Karthik, I could not because Jaidev is not in the session, so it's not easy for me to handle that as well. So that's why I had to do this later. Blocking him. Priyanka Vadra will act in a web series called Prime Minister and it will be released in 2020. Chidambaram getting away with all the crimes, yes. Stalin is on a demolition spree. He should be called the demolition man. Welcome, Savvy. Good one, Karthik. Priyanka Vadra will be PM in Sonia's dreams only. Hindus only watched demolition. No, the protesters were arrested, Shobha, apparently yesterday. High time temples out of the clutches of government, yes. People of Tamil Nadu deserve him, the worst voters in India after voters of Kerala. Welcome, Arisha. Why did Tamil Nadu vote for Stalin? Agree, Karthik. Even with historical facts, the electorate has gone for Stalin and his team. Uma. Don't worry, the DMK will rebuild all the temples within 5 years. Karma will not leave them. Man proposes, but God knows how to dispose. Yes. These are difficult names to pronounce. It's Ayappan Tangal, Mangaru, I think. Yeah, okay. People of TN deserve whom they get. Only people who vote for outsiders and fair film stars. Uma, good question, Shobha. Who answers that question on TN voters? The famous Kamakshi temple there. Yes. DMK is getting funds from the conversion mafia. I'm not surprised. Vibha. Ma'am, Javed Habib should be punished for his misdeed. He's so shameless and doing full nautaki. These are all just to attention seekers, Vibha. I thought he was a non-entity. Suddenly he's come in the public eye. Stalin would get back karmically for demolishing the temple. Imagine if this had happened to a mosque. Yes. Martin. Friends, hit that button. Thank you, Martin, for always supporting me. Why lady allows to do? Uh, in which context, Nathan? Shiv Kumar is a joker of the highest order. Except for the illegally hoarded money, what does he have? Take all his money and all his supporters will run away from him. Yeah, absolutely. And you remember the coffee day guy who committed suicide? There was something hanky panky there as well, you know. And his son got married to DK Shiv Kumar's daughter. There seems to be something very, very dicey, going on there. Thank you, Mickey. Jayanti, Congress using children for their rallies. First in UP, causing stampede, and now in Karnataka. Yes. Thank you, Mickey. Please do like the video if you enjoy it. It is actually Meghadatu, which means the goat sleep in Kannada. Siddaramaya is another joker, absolutely. Which Congress will fill up the potholes in Bangalore instead of building dams? Nisha says, where is Harpik? He's already been flushed. Congress is stooge of China and Pakistan. Suparna, Har Har Mahadev. Justice for Sushant Singh, absolutely. Yes, please ask Priyanka and Ria to fill up the potholes in India. We have no problem if Gandhi family win elections. This is democracy. They can't win after doing all that they're doing. Chitra, no need to demean Modi ji as he is our elected leader. Yes. We cannot afford Congress winning any election again in our country anymore. Don't react to the troll. If this country has to remain a democracy, BJP should be in power. Yes. By toilet in the pothole since Meena has flushed it out. Yeah, it took me time, Nisha, because Jaydev has been, has not been in the session with me. So it's been, trying to do both has been a little difficult. Okay, Yamini gives us some good news. I'm pregnant. Now I want all your blessings. Sure. Yamini, wish you a very happy life and a lovely family for you. Congrats to Yamini. All of the viewers wish you, uh, Yamini. Sunita, good evening. Yamini, it's good news. Sonu Sood has become so popular. Who is giving him so much money? Yes, the same people who give all these actresses and actors money to go to Maldives and other places. Shreyas, thank you, Shreyas, for joining us. Ma'am, keep up the amazing work exposing this dirty nexus SSR lives on. Thank you, Shreyas, also for joining us. Celebrities like Sony carefully craft their image. It is by design. They will surely lose in the long run. Yes. Uma. Karthik, about Kiran Kher. It's all about money. Yes. He's been removed, Atira. So many cold cases, so many current cases. It's so overwhelming for everyone who will solve them and when. And yes, also like to know who's funding his projects. I think a lot of the Khalistanis are there in it, Savitri. Underworld funded money, yes, also. We are genuine SSRians. So many cold cases, so many current cases. Stalin was always anti Hindu. Yes, Joshi, I removed them. Yes, he's been removed. But who cares? Our faith is within us just as strong. The temple won't rub us the wrong way. How come none of the Bollywood celebrities mistreating on PM security breach? Whereas for drug addict like Aryan Khan, SRK son, everyone tweeted in support. That's because they all belong to Urdu. Guys, avoid politics. Not everyone agrees with narrative. Respect individual choices. Minaji, please avoid politics. Now, this is for you, Ranju, that I'm sorry, you cannot tell me what to speak and what not to speak in my channel. So, if you find politics is not your cup of tea, you can always go to another channel and listen to it, Ranju. Om Namah Shivaya. Runa, how can Hrithik and Susan be so normal after having a long relationship since childhood? Strange. Chitra, Stalin's wife goes around uh, praying in all the temples she can. Double standard people. They're doing it to prove a point that they're in power. Karthik, Siddharth is a third rate actor and even a lower rated human who was wrongly born a Brahmin. Him commenting so nastily isn't a surprise. Okay, let me add Bindu Sharma. Welcome, Bindu.
नमस्ते मैम
Yeah, welcome, Bindu.
थैंक यू वेरी मच मुझे बिना कैमरा लेने के लिए और अब मैं हिंदी में कंफर्टेबल हूँ अगर आपको कोई आपत्ति ना हो
हाँ,
तो प्लीज
प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, बिंदु, बात कीजिए.
थैंक यू मैम
Yeah,
मैं बहुत अप्रिशिएट करती हूँ आपके एफर्ट्स जो आप हम तक न्यूज लेकर आते हैं मैं हमेशा देखती हूँ नेवर मिस इट चाहे मैं बाद में देखूं तो आपका बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया हमारे साथ खड़े रहने के लिए और
thank you.
मैं खुद एक बीजेपी सपोर्टर हूँ और बहुत ज्यादा मोदी जी को पसंद करती हूँ लेकिन मेरा सवाल है अब क्या हो गया है बीजेपी को मतलब कोई एक्शन क्यों नहीं लेती और ये जो
This,
पीएम की सिक्योरिटी ब्रीच का मामला था इसमें तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट में तो जाने का कोई मतलब नहीं था खैर वो तो नहीं गए लेकिन ये गवर्नमेंट को खुद ही कुछ एक्शन लेना चाहिए था और मुझे सुप्रीम कोर्ट की भी समझ नहीं आती मुझे वाकई में गुस्सा है कि वो यही क्यों समझते हैं कि सिर्फ रिटायर्ड जजेस ही होते हैं ईमानदार
हाँ,
किसी रिटायर्ड आर्मी पर्सन को देते तो जिसको इस फील्ड की नॉलेज है इसके
हाँ,
प्रोटोकॉल की नॉलेज है तो ये ज्यादा अच्छा होता मेरे हिसाब से
हाँ, हाँ. Okay, Bindu, here, see, there are two things that are involved. First thing is, I'll speak in English because my Hindi is not so fluent.
या
Okay. So one of the
इट्स ओके
first reasons is that what these people in Punjab, that I'm talking about Congress, not the Punjabis, okay? I'm talking about Congress, the kind of mission they are trying to spread outside India is to say that India is against Sikhs. Okay, so
ओके
whatever has happened in the breach of PM's security was because the Sikhs did not want a prime minister. Okay, so prime minister obviously doesn't want that agenda. Behind this are very clearly Congress, ISI, and Khalistanis. Okay, the whole farmer issue was funded by the Khalistanis from different parts of the world. So they
Right.
are trying to set an agenda saying that, see, in India there is so much of fighting, infighting, and Indians, even the Prime Minister doesn't want Sikhs. So they are trying to create a narrative that is not there. Okay, so as not to escalate that. That could be one of the reasons why the Prime Minister is not taking such a hard stand. But doesn't mean that he's not doing it. They are already trying to appoint the NIA to see how did this happen. Now let me ask you a question, बिंदु. अगर
जी
सी आपको क्लियरली मालूम होगा कि इसके पीछे कौन है. एक
जी
एक
मैम
पत्ता भी नहीं हिलता जब कांग्रेस में एक पत्ता भी नहीं हिलता है जब तक ऊपर से कोई कमांड आ जाए, राइट?
आई एग्री
हाँ, अनलेस सोनिया गांधी स्पीक्स, वहां तो कुछ भी नहीं होता है. तो ये छन्नी इज ओनली अ पपेट. वो तो सिर्फ
आई
एक रिमोट है.
एग्री 100% विद यू चन्नी तो बलि का बकरा ही है
हाँ, वही.
और ये जब भी राहुल जब भी बाहर जाता है कुछ ना कुछ तो कांड होता ही होता
हाँ,
है ये भी
एग्जैक्टली,
ऑन द रिकॉर्ड्स है
हाँ. So
तो
this is
थैंक
the
यू मेरा
reason.
डाउट
So as
क्लियर करने के लिए क्योंकि मैं वाकई में बीजेपी की इस बात से परेशान थी कि बीजेपी इतना कुछ हो गया 26 जनवरी भी हो गया कोई एक्शन क्यों नहीं लेती
see, there are a lot of things in this. You remember, Bindu, you remember the Shaheen Bagh, you remember the Delhi
या
riot. Yeah?
एग्जैक्टली
जब भी कोई स्टेप बीजेपी लेता है, तब सुप्रीम कोर्ट इंटरफियर करता है और बोलता है कि आप लोग इन लोगों को निकालिए. हाँ, अगर और वो लोग तो वहां से निकलेंगे भी नहीं. हाँ, अगर फोर्स यूज करेंगे तो बोलेंगे कि ये प्राइम मिनिस्टर एक फैसिस्ट है,
जी
हिटलर के जैसे है. He did so much of harm, and they can create lot of what you call violence themselves. Okay, so that is one of the reasons why they are playing safe. This is what I assume. मगर मैं भी आपके जैसे बिंदु जी, I am also like you. I am also upset कि ये लोग क्यों नहीं एक्शन ले रहे. क्योंकि जब भी ऐसा कुछ काम हो जाए तो उसमें पहले किसी को अरेस्ट करना चाहिए. Or
एग्जैक्टली
this is treason, this is treachery against against a nation, and the first one to be arrested should be Channi and Situ,
दैट्स
for
माय
allowing
पॉइंट
such a thing.
बिल्कुल और जैसे ये मौकरी कर रहे हैं और इतने गंदे गंदे मतलब बयान दे रहे हैं
हाँ, बिल्कुल.
मतलब मुझे तो कभी कभी मैं ये सोचती हूँ कांग्रेस अब और कितना गिरेगी
हाँ. And you see,
एनीवेज थैंक यू सो मच
ये
मैम
भी
मेरा
बिंदु,
क्वेश्चन लेने के
या
लिए और
बिंदु
मेरा
also.
डाउट दूर करने के लिए
हाँ, एक और है ना बिंदु.
जी
सी रिसेंटली प्रियंका गांधी ने चन्नी से बात किया.
जी
किसके बारे में बात किया? आप ही ने इंस्ट्रक्शंस दिया.
बिल्कुल
आपने किया और फिर आप
एग्जैक्टली
बोलते हैं कि चन्नी आपने क्या किया. It is like
वो
mother asking a child, why did you do that?
वो पूछ रहे होंगे ना सब काम ठीक से हो गया ना ये ब्रीफिंग दे रहे होंगे ये पूछा होगा
वही
उन्होंने
होगा.
थैंक यू सो
Absolutely.
मच मैम हैव अ
Thank
गुड
you,
डे
Bindu. Yeah. And
बाय
thank
मैम
you for joining me.
यू मोस्ट वेलकम मैम इट्स माय प्लेजर
Yeah. Yes. Going back to what Siddharth said, I think Karthik said is excellent. Siddharth is a third rated actor and even a lower rated human who was wrongly born a Brahmin. Him commenting so nastily isn't a surprise. It shows his upbringing. Now, what is so strange is, Karthik, that the kind of language that he's resorting to. See, as an actor, in one movie, I think I liked him. But then when I started reading his tweets, I found out that he's a very cheap person, coming from a very, very low background. Hema, why should they demolish temples? This is a message that they're sending Hindus that what can you do? Can you create a riot? Can you create distrust and hatred in India? Nobody wants peace. Stalin, least of all. The DMK has been the most corrupt party in Tamil Nadu. You look at Kannimoyi, you look at all those, 2G people, Raja, and all that. What's his name? The Surya channel guy. All of them, they're all so corrupt. Bollywood girls would sleep with anyone for money. Must be talking in the context of Jacqueline. Yes. Modi Zindabad. Madan. Parents can't do anything about it because they are the ones who are bringing the moolah home in crores and crores. Absolutely. Yeah, blocked Chitra again. Yes, Chitra. That's why I wonder why they are demolishing temples. Karthik. Ranju, we cannot remain mute spectators anymore. This is a forum for open minded discussion, and all are allowed to express their views except for trolling. Yes. Yamini. God bless you. Eat well. बीजेपी ने अपकास्ट के लिए भी कुछ नहीं किया, but we are standing for the nation. Now here, let me tell you, friends, I don't stand for any party because see, there are many people I don't like in BJP. I've expressed that. Many people I don't like in Congress. There are good people here and there, but we are standing with Modi ji. We're standing because he fights for us. He stands between us and our enemies. You look at Yogi ji; he's also doing the same. You look at Himanta Sarma, Biswa, he's also a person who's, fighting for us. See, these are the kind of leaders we need. So let's forget about this upper caste and lower caste and all. We fight only when we have good leaders who stand with us to make India strong. Habib spat on a lady's head. The lady did not say anything. Even Amir Khan used to do a similar thing on actresses' hands, and he said they became famous. I understand, but you didn't accept. But you didn't accept Toilet Bug's choice. Ranju, Toilet Bug is a troll. We've already blocked him. Troll is taking different avatars. Yes. Meena ma'am, it's nice to see that you have such a significant international following. See, Arisha, that's what yesterday Mayur was saying. Mayur was saying that, see, the audience that you have, rather than having a large audience of people who just blah blah, the kind of audience that we have, the viewers we have, are very intelligent. They read a lot. They travel. They, they are spiritually inclined. So all these things add so much to the richness, of the viewers who come on our channel. I thank you and all of you. I mean, everyone, because you come, in a dedicated manner to listen, and that makes me very proud. Thank you so much. I think Javed Habib has some underlying frustration within, Rekha says. Could be that Hindus are now feeling free to celebrate the religion like never before, and which normally, so he's doing weird. It's not weird, Rekha. I think they do it on chapatis also. You know, Karthik, did you see how? Yes, he or she was messaging. No, Karthik, you're mistaken. I'm one of Meena Strong. Thank you for that, Ranju. But we did block this guy because he was speaking nonsense. Sharing? Yeah. Tikait has threatened another stir. This time it's about PM and CM, not to do party campaign as they are supposed to be above party. Clearly tells the motivate to create problems perennially. Uma, you're so right, Uma. And this man is such a cheapster, you know, just waiting to make money on this whole thing. Jacqueline sure gets around. Ranju says, I know democracy at its best. Ranju, I'm a supporter of BJP and most of the CM family are too. If you're not a supporter of BJP, it's your choice. Yes. Joshi, we are supporters of Meena Man, not followers. Following means keep an eye on. Yes. Thank you for that, Joshi. Vardhan. In Bollywood, there is a lolly for everyone to go. Very, very humorous. Okay, Karthik, politics will be discussed here and there. No second thoughts about it. Hope all of the CM family agree. We are all with you, Karthik. Runa, people who have demolished Deva's temple will be vanquished. They are ignorant and don't have the spiritual knowledge who Deva is. Vishnu himself, Lord Krishna. In fact, we were talking yesterday to Mayur, Runa. So we were talking about the Rudraksha, and so it's so interesting that you came out with this comment because what you said is so right. We may think we can mock the gods, we can pull down the temples, not understanding, the deity that stands there, the murti, is a blessed one, and they are actual gods. So perhaps these, what I would say, dumb people don't know what they're doing. Bhairav. Pariniti Chopra did a biopic of Sania, still not taken any stand for her on Siddharth. Yes. Tweet. You're right, Veenaji. They are breaking for Indian forces. Modi ji is going soft only to make sure it's not escalated to an international level. Yes. Anytime, they just want a right to break Chitra. So somehow they can say in the international arena, that India is full of, problems. Nobody should visit it. And thus our business goes down and our economy goes down. Oh, God. This is really the limit. Back again to flushing him off. Sonia is the mastermind of all. Yes. अनु बीजेपी ने अपकाश के लिए क्या क्या किया है इसका जवाब के लिए मेरा एक ही सवाल है अपकाश कैसे डिसाइड किया जाता है कौन है अपकाश वाले इसका जवाब आप देंगे क्या Chitra, Karthik, we have to keep creating Facebook awareness about what's happening, what's wrong in our society, and how the rich and powerful can get away with anything that includes BJP netas if they too keep fooling us. I hope and pray NIA speeds up the investigation in regards to the PM security lapse. Mr. Modi needs to be safe for his personal safety and for India's safety. Jai Bharat. Chandrika, ma'am, one YouTuber has explained in detail about PM security breach and root problems Punjab is suffering. Yes. Nitin Shukla, yes. In fact, Nitin Shukla said he may be coming on our channel, so we'll be inviting him soon. We want fairness, truth, and justice to come out. Yes. Parents can never stop the Bollywood girls to do what they want, because at the end, the girls bring in the mullah in crores and crores of cash. Himani. Modi ji and Yogi ji are far sighted, I think, for the nation, and I'll always stand by them. With this comment, we'll close the session. Tomorrow, we have a very interesting dialogue with a doctor, a neurologist, who will speak about Sanatana Dharma and black magic as well. So please join us tomorrow at 8 p.m. It'll be a very interesting session with Dr. Cherya. Thank you so much. And a last comment from Karthik. Kiran Kher exposed herself today by being with Kundra. Another one bites the dust, BJP MP, after Smriti and Anurag. Yes, well said, Karthik. And always also a special mention, Karthik. Thanks so much for your involvement and the fact that you asked some of the most brilliant questions. Thank you for that. Good night, Uma. Thank you so much for always joining me. Thank you, Shobha. Gurbinder. Ma'am, initially, many of our old temples are built scientifically. They are, I hope, ma'am, illiterate in such knowledge. Yes, absolutely. Hit like button before leaving. Yes. I don't know how this guy keeps coming back, this toilet guy. Okay. Thank you and good night, friends. Please join me tomorrow with Dr. Cherya.